Boom.
There we go.
Done?
Teddy Swims is in the house.
Yeah.
Hello.
To pull back the curtain, we had a little technical difficulties, and we were having a fun conversation with Teddy, which
It was hilarious.
It was
by
pretty
the way.
hilarious. So the following conversation is going to be equally as hilarious with
We
Teddy
hope.
Swift. By the way, Teddy, where are you at right now?
I'm in Zurich right now, man. So it's about 3:40 over here, 3:40 p.m.
So you're in Zurich, Switzerland. I heard that place has the most beautiful looking people in the world, male and female.
It's up there. Yeah, they are so beautiful, man. They are really pretty people.
You doing any skiing over there?
No, man. I think I got too much to lose to be doing any extreme sports these days.
Yeah.
You try any of the Swiss chocolate or cheese?
Yeah, I've had a little chocolate since I've been here. It's delicious. I try to get it every time I come.
That's what a lot of people who have, we've watched documentaries about artists who go on tour. They're like, we never get to experience the cities we
Yeah.
visit because we just know what the hotel rooms are like and the airports.
Yeah, most of the time it's like that. But yesterday we had the day off, and so me and my bassist actually we went and there's apparently like the water's really really fresh. You can drink the tap. It's really really good. So we did a cold plunge in the river yesterday, and it was, oh my God, the most freezing thing. I think it was 40 degrees in there. It was the most I thought it lasted all of 10 seconds, but it was my body back right, man. So it was beautiful.
How long did it take to get right though? You know,
Oh,
what I'm saying?
I couldn't feel my legs for another 20 minutes easy. It was incredible though.
Yeah, screw that.
Teddy's on tour right now over there in Europe, having a blast. But how awesome does it feel that I've tried everything but therapy. U.S. summer tour is 100% sold out, dude. That's huge.
And it's so rewarding and wonderful. And we're over here doing arenas right now too, all sold out. It's just, I can't believe that this is my life. And it's from just dumping my trauma on a microphone to here. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Did you try therapy yet, though, for real?
Yeah, I sure have. I was kind of the point of doing the second record is I wanted to now that I'm back in love and I'm getting ready to have a kid and I've tried therapy and done a lot of healing and unlearning. And I think this album is kind of a closure and a reflection on my last time, since the first one, of all my healing that I've done and things that I've learned and I guess unlearned in the process. And I guess it shows me and the listener, that it does get better on the other side of all that heartbreak and turmoil from the first record, that I was in such a bad place. And because of being vulnerable and open and I guess connecting, I owe so many people my life. I'm so grateful that it truly saved my life. And I'm grateful to be on the other side of that mess and share that with the world and show that it gets better.
Yeah. It's one of those things that we often hear therapy is a lifesaver, but you don't know it until you experience it, because as humans, we like to hold so many things in and we think that's the better thing for us. But when you let those things out, and the way you do it in song is even better, you just feel so much better.
You can't turn the faucet off at some point.
Yeah.
There's also that Art Garfunkel theory that, like all the best music and all the lyrics come from pain. And then when he was happy, he couldn't write a hit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go through that pain to get the beauty in the art.
Yeah. And one thing I've been learning in therapy is that I don't have to put myself in that position to get good art though, and that's, I think what I did so much in my life was choosing patterns and partners and things that were just putting myself in this tumultuous place, I guess, that at the worst case scenario, it was fuel for the record, which is just not a good way of living. It's not good for me. And so I think I could still access, and there's still things that I'm learning and working through. And so I could still access that pain without being
in it,
subject to it taking my whole being over.
And it's got to be so beautiful to connect with your audiences when they're singing your songs back to you in that kind of way. But it must be an even different level when you're on the other side of the country. So there's people across the world that are connecting with your art. Is that just like a crazy experience?
It is, and I think it kind of goes to show that I say this all the time. It kind of goes to show that we're similar in a way. Like we all know what heartbreak is, and we all think farts are funny, and that's true. That's true, and that's no matter what you are as a human being, that we all have that. And so I think it's beautiful to see that no matter where you go, there's people have had their heart broken, and people think that I think it's that we all can. The beautiful thing is that to take some trauma and turn it into a song that maybe even sounds like a dance, and I can celebrate this trauma with people that have the same issues, and we're celebrating it together, and that this triumphantness of tapping back into that pain is always such a wonderful thing.
I think we can also just connect with your voice as well. It's so rich, unique, and powerful and strong. And so when you sing, I think I sound like you in your car, and I think we've all like tried to hear ourselves try to sing and see if we sound good. What was the song that you sang, I guess, when you were little Teddy Swim? And you're like, you know what? I do have this voice. Like I do have something inside me.
What was your go-to?
I was bad for a long time, We were
Really?
not, yeah, but I wanted it. I wanted to like learn how to be good at it. But I came up. I was lucky enough to come up in the start of YouTube era. So when I was like really discovering singing and stuff, I was able to go look at like videos and watch live Michael Jackson videos and live Marvin Gaye videos and see these singers, really singing. I think the first time I got turned on to soul music though was it was Al Green in the 4th grade, and our teacher used to play it. And so my all-to go-to when I was a kid was that I'm so tired of being that was this is my jam right there. That whole record is incredible.
Well, let's go back to when you were a kid, because from where I read, you were an athlete, right? You were like a football player. Did somebody tell you, hey, dude, were you singing in the locker room or something? And somebody told you kind of can sing pretty well, Teddy. You should go try this.
My dear friend Jesse, which I've grown up like, we've known each other since we were 12, and he still plays guitar in my band live now, and we still write and do everything together. But he was his dad was always in bands coming up, and we would get off the bus and walk to each other's houses and show each other these bands we found on MySpace, and we're trying to jam and figure it out as we went. And so me and him would just like I always work on trying to write music, and at the time a lot of pop punk and rock music, and and his dad was in bands like playing old 80s hair metal and stuff. And so I was exposed to his dad singing like Van Halen and Bon Jovi and Journey, and that was like the first time hearing that kind of cool stuff. And so we just wanted to be like his dad, and we just kept getting better. And his dad has always been that like, that's my favorite singer and that's my favorite guitarist right there, And so even when we were bad, we had the guy that would let us get up there and try it out, and that was a pivotal thing for us.
I like to hear that you and your buddy Jesse are still together. You've been friends for so long, but do you have a friend that wanted to be in the band that you just said,
yeah, we call him the bless his heart friend.
why don't you bring the luggage?
He actually did end up getting the band. So our buddy Christian, who's our bassist now, I've known Christian since I was maybe 11 or 12 too, but he was never playing music. I think for so long, it wasn't until after high school he started playing bass, because like we forever was like needed a bassist. And then one day all of a sudden he got one, and he had just put like 2 years of work into it, and was like, damn, you're actually pretty good at this, man. And now he's still with us too, man. And so he's I think I don't know if he like loves the bass that much, but he loves
the band, though.
Well, it's important
he
to
loves
have
writing and producing so much more and being with his buddies. So he's just like,
cool.
whatever I got to do, man, to be in this thing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's important to have people from your past to keep you in check, right? Because you've got all these new people. The bigger you get, you've got all these new influences. We were just talking about how Timothy Chalamet won the Screen Actors Guild Award, and his mama told him, keep folding your laundry. You got to keep, you got to stay humble. So how do you keep your ego in check? How do you keep from,
Dude,
it's easy when everybody's giving you whatever you want.
Those guys do not hesitate to bring me down a notch, and even when I don't need it. Your real friends talk smack to you though, don't they, man? They always tell me I'm a loser no matter what. So
real, that's real.
You're not a loser, Teddy. You're nominated.
They always be like, you're from Connors, dude. We know who you are. So.
But you.
We haven't been. I don't really ever have hard time, I guess, keeping my ego in check as much as it's. I guess as this thing navigates, man. When it grows and grows, there are some complications and some issues that come with it. But I'm so grateful to say that all of us always check on each other and make sure that our minds are in the right place, and then our hearts are in the right place, and we're talking about things that are happening at home, because there's so many things when you're doing this that you're missing: birthdays and funerals and weddings and births and graduations, and that can take a toll in its own way. And so we always are on each other about prioritizing our gratefulness and trying to be like, hey, look, be happy that we're doing what we love for a living, but also some days you need to be upset. We also give each other that space to be like, man, if you just need to mope around today, then go, so be it, man. And we're really lucky to have each other.
Well, what you mentioned, you have a baby coming. What are you looking forward to the most about being a dad?
I'm super excited. I'm having a son, and he's due in June, and I'm really looking forward to, I guess, the slowdown of this to be. I think I'm going to learn presence that. As much as I'm working now, I think I'll put a lot more focus into the time I'm at work and the time I'm at home. I put so much presence and focus into that. And I think there's so many times where I'm sitting on the couch, and if I'm at home ever, that I'm like thinking I'm not doing enough and I'm not getting enough, and somebody's out there getting it. And I think when I have a baby, even if I'm sitting on the couch doing nothing, just with my partner and my child, I think that's the most productive thing I can actually be doing. And that's going to be I think that's going to be a relief and a beautiful thing in its own self, that I get to just do nothing and feel like this is the best place I could possibly be and nothing else matters. And I'm to learn that, it's going to be amazing.
That's
Be in the
beautiful.
moment. Everybody says be in the moment. You're like, but how do I do that?
yeah.
It's
Be
so
present.
hard.
Yeah,
Do you have a name? I love baby names.
We're between a couple, but she's on. When we see his face, we're gonna know.
Yeah.
We can't. She's like, I can't confirm anything until
Okay.
we see
Right.
his face. Because what if he's not that? What if he looks something completely different? So we'll see.
What's been your biggest pinch me moment in your career so far?
So when I was when I did a song a couple years ago, I put out a song with Megan Trainor, and her husband Daryl Sabaro, as they're such dear friends of mine now too, which is wonderful. But it was his 30th birthday. Daryl just had turned 30, and for his birthday, they rented out the Soho House theater in LA, and we watched Spy Kids 2. And I remember dragging my mom to the theater to watch Spy Kids twice, 3 times, some of those Spy Kids. And so I remember calling my mom and being like, "Mom, I just watched Spy Kids with the Spy Kids. This is it.
That's so crazy.
I officially made it. This is it. And so that will always be my bucket list. I can't believe I never had that on my bingo card.
And you were singing who, what, when, where, and why.
Then we're literally the what's his name is Junie Rocket Rebel Racer Cortez, or is this his whole name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I threw that at my girl too. I was like, how about Junie Rocket Rebel?
Wow.
Well, look, man, Teddy Swims.
Junie Rocket Rebel Racer Dimsdale.
Teddy, we fell in love with your voice, man. And you're one of those people that if I see you're going to be performing at an award show or any show, you're a draw, man. It's because watching you sing live, you sound exactly like you do in an album, which is really awesome. And then getting to talk to you, man, and seeing what kind of dude you are, it just everything feels right with you. So here's the thing, Kid Nation. We want you to make plans. The tour is sold out, but maybe you can find a way to head on out there. He's off in June. He's back on the road in July and August in Dallas, Austin, New Orleans, Alabama, Mississippi, Nashville, Atlanta, KC, OKC, all our listening areas. So if you get a chance to go see Teddy Swims, make sure you pay him a visit. And make sure you check out I've Tried Everything But Therapy, Part 2, available now, streaming-wise. Teddy Swims, thank you so much for your time. Congrats on all the
Thank you,
success.
guys.
We're all swimmers in this room.
Amen.
That's how we got here.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to know mine are working. You know what I mean?
Man. Hey, would love to have you in the studio one day, man. When you're in town, you have a home here in our studio, brother.
I can't wait to see you guys in the flesh.
All right,
Hey,
brother. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Bye,
Lehi-hoo.
What a dude.
Yeah.
So cool.
So cool.
He was everything I was expecting him to be. I
Very
thought he was
cool,
going to be
man.
friendly like that.
Yeah.
He was absolutely that, man. You love to hear it.
Good guy.
I love him even more. Oh, crap. We didn't do a plug. Hopefully he just pulled something.
We missed it.
Yeah.
What is it? Group chat.
Yeah, he's able to. He probably can talk. Trey is very good at that.
I even ran.
The PM liner liners. Liner diners.
cool ass dude. Yeah, really cool.
Bam.
Bing,
All right.
bang,
We
bang.
don't need. Let's end recording.